Hello everyone and welcome to Red Dead Online. If you like the content of this channel, please leave a comment below. Choose to ignore this request and your name will be added to the sex offenders list. Today's lesson is all about love and how to develop a healthy relationship. But before we get to that, let me tell you how it started. On our quest to be a role model for society, my friend Tao worked this horse to exhaustion. The little devil has the moves like Jagger, but at the moment we better make it stop or we'll have to bet at our door. We cannot make a living as outlaws if we get our rights confiscated by karma police. Not so bueno. While deciding the best way to make loads of American USD dollars, I am greeted by this character of debatable origin. My mother always told me not to talk to strangers, but I cannot label this person a sexual predator on our first meeting. I notice that a burglar tries to rob me of my cabbage, but Tao is quick to action and lassos the criminal. He hog-ties the perpetrator, and when we realize that it's our good friend Horus, I give him a welcoming tea bag. There's not a better way to start your day than to have a familiar crutch rubbing up and down in your face. The stranger feels upset that his introduction was ruined and tries to flee with our guest. Little did he note that Popeye takes a steady intake of calcium and manages to break free. Horus shouts that his honor as a man has been stained, which I do not understand. He's been living with his girlfriend for a few years now, therefore his honor and dignity have been stained a long time ago by default. Anyways, semantics. Clearly upset that my observation woke up the fascist inside, I am now the target of his built-up resentment. A brawl takes place. Although I understand that he wants to be the alpha male at home, we can see who actually has the minerals in this affair. The peculiar stranger comes back and attempts to lasso Horus. In this moment in time, I'm starting to feel that this odd person is more friendlier than my mate. Horus, still not fully satisfied, carries out on with his violence. At this point, we offer him some Kit Kat. He does really need a break. Horus is finally lassoed and is taken for a spin. We wish that this has calmed him down, but some unaddressed sexual frustration comes out and he puts me down with a gunshot wound to my chest. Obviously, this is a crime of passion. I respawn utterly disappointed in the lack of self-restraint that this princess has developed, and I charge back so we can settle this down once and for all. Looking at the scene, I found Horus' dead body, and I'm happy to conclude that our travelling friend has put the big girl out of his misery. What a champ! I wish that he will never be at the receiving end of a rash infection, and that plenty of females would like to carry his baby. In order to assert dominance, I give Horus' corpse another tea bag, just to rub it in his face. Out of nowhere comes Tao, completely oblivious to the carnage that his avatar had witnessed, followed shortly by a mildly aggressive animal that is hog-tied by Tao once he sees that rifle pointed at me, courtesy of my teabagging skills. We decide to go on a quest and we let Horus choose the destination. As Tao had to go to toilet and Horus' horse has been confiscated by the police, I decide to drag Tao's body by the rope and let Horus jump on my horse. The memory of the theft is still fresh, I am quite cautious about it. We set off to Tumbleweed in the other side of the planet. It didn't take long for disaster to happen. Tao dies on the road and we are immediately hunted by local authorities. Our role model plan is going down the drain since Horus joined us. It clearly is that bad influence that your parents warned you about and ask you to stay away from. It's now night time and we have evaded our pursuers. Tao has finally joined back and we start our quest in the sheriff's hut, where we find this poor civilian crying for help. His wife has been abducted and is requesting for someone to go and find her as he can't sleep at night. The old man briefly explains how his relationship works and that they are trying to keep it clean by avoiding eye contact. Horus becomes really emotional as he also has a girlfriend. The old man then looks at Horus and finds a brother in arms. It took this guy 30 years to find someone that understands him. Both of them abide by the rule, happy wife, happy life, and Horus shares that he has bought a Hoover robot. The machine is all clever and does the work for him. Now, all he needs is the salamander to keep his feet warm in the winter. We see this fancy scene of us riding our horses to destination unknown, and it made me look good. Up until now, I believed that only my mother would love me, but with the advances on technology, and depending on the camera angle, even me and Tao can look like we belong on a boys band. Horus starts to jump in between our horses, and it makes me believe that this game has more parkour than recent Assassin's Creed titles. This also relates to the content of this video, as Ezio Auditore knew how to maintain love relationships. We arrive at the place where allegedly the wife is being kept, and I try to scout for enemies. Horus remembers the first time he made love, and shoots his load as soon as he arrives. Not even 3 seconds in, and I am feeling sorry for his missus. With our surprise attack completely failed, I try to get to high ground and flank them from the side. Not so much of a good plan, as I am seen and almost shot dead. Note to self, do not bring your love life to a gunfight. It might allow you to live longer, but then again, you still need to deal with your wife. We bring down the last one, and we find the wife inside the house, committing adultery with the leader of the gang. They tell us that they are in love and they want to run away together. They are planning escaping the country and move to Australia, but I couldn't care less. I came here with a mission and I intend to finish it. The gang leader asks us to help them, and I'm like, no way shit. The lady is married, you are basically destroying someone else's house and the life that they have built together, and I want none of it. The option goes up for votes, and Tao and Horus want to help them. They might have watched far too many Disney movies, and now they believe that they are princesses, because this makes no sense to me. Anyways, F democracy, cause I need to help. We now need to protect the adulterous couple while they flee the scene, leaving behind the corpses of their fallen comrades that died for their affair. Horus finds this inspirational and decides to go on foot. WTF. Tao offers him his horse, which he declines. Not so fascist of him. The big girl can't hear about love that he stops thinking. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a wife ain't one. We observe from afar whilst Horus fights the assailants. I must say that it is rather amusing, but at the same time I feel sorry for my friend. I told him that he should be more real about love and not to live with illusions. Horus then advises me that even though it might be an illusion, it's his happiness, and for good or for worse, he wants to see it through. No matter how much it hurts or makes you sad, this is all part of life and it helps you grow as a person. I must confess, this left me speechless, as now I understand why sometimes he acts like a bloody dickhead. Anyways, we have bigger problems at hand. We can't figure out how Horus thought that he would be able to keep up with the cart on foot, but at this point, we lost the couple. Given that we need to protect them till the very end, I rush through in order to cut them, as if they die I don't want to do this mission again. Using my superior skills, bought for $450 in the form of a superior repeater, and the same aim assist that every console player uses to play Warzone, I take out the pursuers. We can now reunite with the couple and finish this nightmare. Horus finally decides that he is no Rosa Mota and no more marathon runs for him. He sits on his horse and faster than the Portuguese athlete, he finally joins us. We finally manage to get to the final stop, and the couple is no longer under stress. Horus also feels relieved as he came just in time for the cutscene. My lower back is killing me, as it was too heavy to carry during this mission. The lovers decide to leave this life behind and run to a faraway place, potentially tumbleweed in the other side of the planet. We managed to learn a lot during this mission, especially how to have a healthy relationship. Horus starts to suffer from Stockholm Syndrome, and he also announces that he is departing. We say our goodbyes to him, and I rate this relationship 3 stars on TripAdvisor. It is good but not that great. Anyways, thank you for watching, you absolute legends, and until next time, be careful with those guys that go to the gym just to see themselves in the mirror. Bye for now.